My name is Khalid. I'm from Newport News, Virginia, sometimes also known as Bad News, Virginia, and this is my story.
And every day I was told never give up. I was told never give up. Never give up, give up, give up. Never give up, give up, give up.
I was born in Colorado Springs, Colorado, and I lived there for maybe not even a year before we ended up moving to Hawaii. My father was in the Army, so we did a lot of traveling. Things began to change as we moved to New York, and my life changed forever. My family balance began to change, and my father and my mother were disagreeing on some things, so they just decided to go separate ways. One night in the middle of the night, my mom woke us up in the middle of the night, and she told us to get everything that we had and to place it in these black plastic bags that she gave us. We grabbed everything that we could, and we threw all the things that we had in the white car that she owned at the time, an old white Honda, and we just drove. We began driving. I can just remember just holding on to my sisters, looking in the back window as we left New York, and just wondering where my life would be headed.
And every day I was told never give up. I was told never give up. Never give up, give up, give up. Never give up, give up, give up.
It was just crazy. I was trying to figure out why these things were happening.
Initially, when we first came, we didn't have anywhere to stay. I came kind of back to Virginia on a whim. You know, things were kind of rocky in my marriage, and I decided to make a choice to leave for the benefit of my children as well as myself.
So as we left New York, we ended up driving to Newport News, Virginia, where my mother was originally from. We ended up actually visiting a homeless shelter to see if we could have a room, a hot meal, somewhere to sleep. We went in the homeless shelter. It was about 8 or 9 families in there in one room. They said that they had, room for one more family, and that would be us.
I actually went to a shelter, but when I was shown the environment,
it was a lot of people in there, and my mom said she would just rather sleep in her car than feel like we were going to be in an environment that wasn't safe.
I couldn't let my children stay in a room with other families. And so I told the children, if we have to, I'll sleep in the car until I can find you all something that I felt was safer.
We left it behind, and once again, we picked up the pieces, and we went to my cousin's house, and that's where we stayed after that. At this time, my mom was working 2 jobs, working really long hours, just trying to make ends meet. I was just yearning for those times where me and my sisters and my mom and my father were all together. Those things were gone. Those days were gone. Those feelings, those moments were gone. But even those moments that I had where I was yearning for those things, those were fleeting too, because I knew that I had to grow up and I had to be the man of the house. So I got up off the floor and I had to figure out something else to do, and what I was gonna do was play football.